All right, in today's lesson, you're going to learn about something called page orientation. What this means is the direction that the paper is facing when you're working on it. There's two terms we're going to be covering. One of them is called portrait. The other one's called landscape. Once you see what we're talking about, I think it'll make more sense. So the first thing you're going to do is open up a blank word processing screen. You should have your little shortcut to Word down here that you created in lesson number 1. So we're going to open that up. And so that you can see this screen a little bit better, I'm just going to go to View One Page. Now, this is what we mean by portrait. You can see, and this is what we call the default setting. This is the setting that you see when you first open up a word processing screen. You can see that the length of the paper runs this way. That's why I drew the little arrow. Okay? No, you won't have to draw the arrow on your screen. So that's what portrait looks like. So for this first file, and we're going to do 2 files today, I just simply want you to, first of all, we're going to review one of our alignments that we did in the previous lesson. I want you to click back on Home, and you're going to go to where it says Center. You're going to use your paragraph alignment to center. Remember, this is where we do our aligning. And you're just going to type the word portrait. Okay? Make that a little bigger so you can see it. That's just to indicate that this paper is in portrait setting. Okay? So just type that. Now, you're going to go ahead and save this file. Let's review that. You're going to go up here to File, Save. Remember that you always want to put it in your network drive. And if you'll come down here under Computer, you should see your username. That's the folder on the network that's assigned to you, and you can just double click it. And then if you want, but you don't have to, if you want to go ahead and put a folder inside your network drive just for this class, you can by clicking New Folder. You can name it after me or name it whatever you want as long as you can find it. I don't really care. And then I'm going to open up my folder, and I'm going to make sure that my file is going to be named Portrait. Okay, and I'm going to save it. All right, so I'm done with the first file. Let's close this one, and now we're going to take a look at landscape. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put it back into one-page view. So remember what we said, when you first pull a file up, it is in portrait mode, where it's facing in this direction. What we're going to do is we're going to give a command so that it's going to turn it in the other direction. All right, in order to do that, we're going to go up here to the tab. These are called tabs, where it says Page Layout, and you'll see Orientation, and I'm going to choose Landscape. And you can see that Landscape flips the page the other direction. Now the paper is facing lengthwise. We've just turned it. Okay, so for this file, we're simply going to do the same thing. We're going to go once again, make sure your Home tab is clicked. Come over here to Paragraph Alignment, click Center, and you're going to type the word Landscape. So whenever you hear these terms, you'll know exactly what they're talking about. And that's how you spell it. I zoomed it in, that's why it's not centered. Okay, so with this is going to be a separate file, so we're just simply going to go to File, Save, and we're going to go back to our network drive, back to our location where we save things, and make sure the name is landscape. Click save, and we're done with that. All right, remember though, you haven't gotten credit for this yet because you haven't sent it. So I'm going to show you how to send 2 files at one time. It's very easy. All right, so we're going to go now back to Canvas, because this is where we send the files. They have to be sent to Canvas, so we have to be in the Canvas program in order to send. So we're going to go to today's assignments. Going to find page orientation. Go ahead and open that up. Submit assignment. Going to choose file. And remember, we have to know where the file is. And some of you are still struggling with this because you save something, you have no idea where it is. That's why I want you to get in the habit of going to that network drive, and then you'll always know where to find it. So I'm going to go to my network drive. It has my username right there. I put it in the Huebner folder. It doesn't matter which one you send first, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to double click landscape. You can see that I've chosen the landscape document is right next to that. But since we have a second file we need to send, we're going to click here where it says add file. Okay, no files chosen, so we need to choose a file. Now we're going to choose portrait. All right, so we've chosen 2 files. We've got landscape and we've got portrait. So once we've done that, we're ready to submit. And remember that right here, you must see this right here. If you don't see that, you have not submitted your file. You will not get credit for it. So make sure, and you can see it. It has every piece of information I need. It has the date. It has the time. It shows the name of the 2 files that were sent. So then I get it, I grade it, and then you're in good shape. So make sure that you're not only saving your files, but also submitting them. If you need to watch lesson number 1 again about saving and submitting, then you need to do that. All right, that's it for today.